Welcome to our exploration of small business and entrepreneurship. In this video, we'll uncover what makes small businesses unique, why they matter, and how entrepreneurs turn ideas into thriving ventures. Whether you dream of opening a cozy cafe, launching a tech startup, or simply want to understand the backbone of the economy, you're in the right place. We'll start with inspiring stories, like John Schnatter's journey from making pizza in a tavern to building Papa John's into a national brand. Along the way, you'll learn about the essential skills, planning, and financing that go into every successful small business. Let's dive in and discover what it takes to be your own boss. So, what exactly is a small business? According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, a small business is independently owned and operated, not dominant in its field, relatively small in annual sales, and typically has fewer than 500 employees. But small businesses come in all shapes and sizes, from the local lawn care service run by a high school student to a bustling family-owned restaurant. The key is that each one fills a unique need in the market. Understanding these criteria helps you see where your business idea might fit and what makes small businesses so vital to our communities and economy. Small businesses aren't all the same. They generally fall into two categories: lifestyle businesses and high-growth ventures. Lifestyle businesses like Kevin Rice's landscaping company are built around the owner's personal and financial needs. These businesses often remain small by choice, focusing on steady income and work-life balance. On the other hand, high-growth ventures are designed for rapid expansion, often started by a team and fueled by investment capital. Think of the dot-com startups of the 1990s or innovative tech companies today. Understanding which type fits your goals is crucial as you plan your entrepreneurial journey. Small businesses are the heartbeat of the economy. They contribute significantly to the private sector's output of goods and services and are especially vital in inner-city communities. In fact, small businesses are the greatest source of new jobs in these areas. Their flexibility allows them to respond quickly to changes in technology and market trends, often leading to the creation of unique products. With fewer people involved in decision-making, small businesses can pivot faster than large corporations, making them engines of innovation and growth. One fascinating concept in the world of small business is creative destruction. This is the process where new, innovative businesses enter the marketplace and push out older, less adaptable firms. For example, the rise of personal computers led to the decline of companies that only made mainframe computers. Creative destruction keeps the economy dynamic and competitive, ensuring that fresh ideas and better products continually replace outdated ones. Small businesses are often the driving force behind this process, bringing innovation and change to every industry. An entrepreneur is someone who assumes the financial risk of starting, operating, and managing a business. Entrepreneurs come from all walks of life, but they share certain traits: confidence, determination, innovation, and intuition. They are self-starters, willing to take risks and make decisions independently. If you're considering entrepreneurship, it's important to honestly assess whether you have these qualities. Remember, being an entrepreneur means more than just having a great idea. It's about turning that idea into reality, often in the face of uncertainty. What makes an entrepreneur successful? Most share a set of core traits: confidence in their abilities, determination to overcome obstacles, a knack for innovation, and strong intuition about what will work in the market. They're also self-motivated and willing to put in the hard work required to turn ideas into reality. If you're thinking about starting a business, take some time to reflect on your own strengths and weaknesses. Are you ready to take risks, learn from mistakes, and keep pushing forward even when things get tough? Education and training are crucial for entrepreneurial success. Many entrepreneurs like Kevin Rice combine formal education with hands-on experience before launching their own ventures. If you're new to an industry, expect a steep learning curve. Seek out mentors, attend industry events, and don't hesitate to ask for help. Local chambers of commerce, trade organizations, and networking events can provide valuable connections and insights. Remember, the more you know about your field, the better prepared you'll be to navigate challenges and seize opportunities. Being a small business owner means turning your ideas and passions into reality. Whether you want to open a flower shop, run a print business, or start a cafe, the possibilities are endless. Small business ownership offers the freedom to set your own hours, train your own employees, and make decisions that shape your future. While earnings can vary, the satisfaction of doing what you love and building something from the ground up is unmatched. If you have a skill or passion, there's likely a market niche waiting for you to fill. Trade organizations and conferences are invaluable for entrepreneurs looking to sharpen their skills and expand their networks. For example, realtors like Krista benefit from joining local associations, attending trade shows, and learning from peers in their industry. These events offer training, networking opportunities, and even potential referrals. By staying active in your professional community, you can keep up with industry trends, gain new insights, and build relationships that support your business growth. The Service Corps of Retired Executives, or SCORE, is a fantastic resource for small business owners. Funded by the SBA, SCORE connects entrepreneurs with experienced managers who volunteer their time to provide advice and mentorship. With thousands of volunteers across the U.S., SCORE has helped launch thousands of businesses and offers free or low-cost mentoring sessions. If you're starting out, consider reaching out to SCORE for guidance. You'll benefit from the wisdom of those who have been there before. Women are making significant strides in entrepreneurship. Take Victoria Knight McDowell, who created Airborne to help prevent colds and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business. Today, nearly 40% of small business owners and managers are women, a dramatic increase from just 5% in 1970. Organizations like the National Association of Women Business Owners, NAWBO, provide resources, networking, and financing assistance to help women succeed. Technology has also made it easier for women to balance family and business, opening new doors for female entrepreneurs everywhere. Entrepreneurship knows no boundaries. Minority-owned businesses are a growing force in the U.S. economy, accounting for over 21% of employer firms. Many successful small businesses like nail salons, dry cleaners, and restaurants are owned by ethnic and immigrant entrepreneurs. These business owners often identify unique needs within their communities and bring fresh perspectives to the marketplace. Their contributions not only drive economic growth but also enrich the cultural fabric of our neighborhoods. There are three main ways to start a small business: buy an existing business, start one from scratch, or buy a franchise. Each path has its pros and cons. Buying an existing business gives you an established clientele and equipment but often comes at a higher cost. Starting from scratch allows you to build your vision from the ground up, though it may take longer to become profitable. Franchises offer brand recognition and support, but require adherence to strict guidelines. Choosing the right approach depends on your experience, resources, and goals. Purchasing an existing business can be a smart move, especially if you're new to entrepreneurship. You gain access to an established customer base, existing equipment, and often training from the previous owner. However, this convenience comes at a price. The upfront cost is usually higher than starting from scratch. Before buying, always review the company's financial statements and understand what you're getting. This approach can help you avoid some of the risks associated with launching a brand new venture. Starting a business from scratch gives you complete control over your vision. You can tailor every aspect to fit your goals and the needs of your target market. This path is ideal if there's a gap in the market or if you have a unique idea. However, it often requires more time and effort to build a customer base and become profitable. Be prepared for a period where you may need to reinvest profits and possibly go without a salary as your business grows. Franchises offer a middle ground between starting from scratch and buying an existing business. When you buy a franchise, you're purchasing the right to use a well-known brand and business model. This can mean faster profitability and built-in support, but it also comes with strict rules and ongoing fees. Franchisees must follow standardized procedures and often buy supplies from the franchisor. If you value independence and creativity, a franchise may not be the best fit. But if you want a proven system, it's worth considering. Let's break down the franchise model. The franchisor is the person or company selling the franchise, while the franchisee is the buyer. Franchises like McDonald's and Papa John's provide brand recognition and a proven business model, making it easier to attract customers. However, franchisees must pay royalty fees and often purchase equipment and supplies from the franchisor, sometimes at higher prices. The trade-off is a faster path to profitability, but with less flexibility to make independent decisions. A business plan is your blueprint for success. It outlines how you'll obtain resources, reach your market, and manage your finances. A solid business plan is essential before seeking funding, even from family or friends. It helps you clarify your goals, allocate resources wisely, and prepare for unexpected challenges. Think of it as the roadmap that guides every decision you make as you build your business. A formal business plan typically includes four main parts: a description of the business, marketing strategies, financial projections, and management structure. Before you start writing, ask yourself, what need does your product or service fill? Why will customers choose you? How will you reach them? Where will you get the money to start? Answering these questions gives you a clear sense of direction and helps you build a plan that impresses lenders and investors. A comprehensive business plan should include a cover sheet, statement of purpose, table of contents, business description, marketing plan, competition analysis, operating procedures, personnel plan, insurance details, loan applications, equipment lists, balance sheet, break-even analysis, profit and loss projections, assumptions, and cash flow statements. Reviewing sample business plans from established companies can help you understand what works and how to present your ideas clearly and professionally. Once your plan is ready, it's time to find financing. Most first-time business owners rely on a mix of personal savings, loans from family and friends, and conventional lenders. Banks are often cautious with startups, especially if you lack a track record. That's why it's important to have a solid business plan and be creative in seeking funds. Remember, thousands of entrepreneurs find ways to finance their dreams every year. You can too. Angel investors are wealthy individuals who invest their own money in startups, often providing guidance and support. They're usually willing to take more risks than banks. Venture capitalists, on the other hand, are investment specialists who fund businesses with high growth potential, typically in exchange for ownership stakes. If your business needs millions to grow quickly, venture capital may be the way to go. Just remember, both angels and VCs expect a return on their investment and often want a say in how the business is run. Banks are a traditional source of business loans, but they require collateral, assets like your house, car, or inventory that the bank can repossess if you default. If you're just starting out and don't have a proven track record, banks may be hesitant to lend. That's why many entrepreneurs use bank loans for expansion rather than startup costs. Always be prepared to show how you'll repay the loan and what assets you can offer as security. Credit cards are a common way to finance startups, with nearly one-third of entrepreneurs using them. Some cards offer low interest rates and flexible repayment options. Business lines of credit, often available through credit card companies, allow you to borrow up to a certain limit as needed. While convenient, these options can be risky if not managed carefully. Always have a plan to pay back what you borrow to avoid high interest costs and debt traps. There are two main types of financing: equity and debt. Equity financing means borrowing against the value of your personal assets like your home or equipment. Debt financing involves taking out loans that must be repaid, often with interest. Each has its advantages and risks. Equity financing can be less risky if you're confident in your business, but you could lose your assets if things go wrong. Debt financing requires regular payments, so make sure your cash flow can handle it. The SBA offers special loan programs for small businesses, especially if you've been turned down by other lenders. The 7A program is the most common, allowing you to borrow directly from the SBA or a partner bank. The 504 program is designed for real estate and equipment purchases. SBA loans can be a lifeline for new entrepreneurs, but you'll need to meet specific eligibility requirements and provide detailed documentation. Many entrepreneurs start their businesses while still working another job, a strategy known as moonlighting. For example, Kevin Rice began his landscaping business by taking freelance work in the evenings. This approach allowed him to build a client base and save money before going full-time. Moonlighting can reduce risk and provide valuable experience, but it requires careful time management and dedication. Many major companies started as small businesses. Take Scottrade, for example. Founded as Scottsdale Securities in 1980, it grew from a single office to a nationwide brokerage powerhouse before being acquired by TD Ameritrade. Growth brings its own challenges, like keeping up with technology and regulations. But with vision and adaptability, small businesses can become industry leaders and even make a lasting impact beyond their original mission. Even with the best intentions, some businesses fail. The 6 main reasons are: not enough money, failure to understand the market, incorrect pricing, poor cash flow management, inability to adjust to competition, and failure to delegate responsibilities. Avoiding these pitfalls starts with careful planning, market research, and a willingness to learn from mistakes. Remember, every failure is a lesson that can lead to future success. Good financial planning is critical for business survival. Start by determining how much money you have, how much you'll need to start, and how much you'll need to stay in business. Experts recommend having at least 6 months of cash reserves to cushion against slow periods. Careful budgeting and sticking to your plan can help you avoid running out of money and having to make drastic decisions later. Understanding your market is essential. Ask yourself, who are your customers? What do they need? Where do they live? How will you reach them? What sets you apart from the competition? A thorough market analysis helps you tailor your products and marketing strategies, increasing your chances of success. Even big companies make mistakes when they skip this step, so don't overlook it. Setting the right price is a balancing act. You don't always have to be the cheapest, but if your prices are higher, you must offer superior quality or service. According to the SBA, you can be the cheapest or the best, but not both. Research your competitors and understand what your customers value most. The right pricing strategy can make or break your business. Trying to do everything yourself is a recipe for burnout and mistakes. Successful entrepreneurs know how to delegate tasks to talented staff. This not only frees up your time for big picture thinking, but also ensures that every aspect of your business gets the attention it deserves. Building a strong team and trusting them with responsibilities is a key ingredient in long-term success. The business world is always changing and competition can appear unexpectedly. If a big competitor moves in, don't panic, adapt. Offer unique products or services that set you apart. Stay flexible and be ready to change your strategy as needed. Quick, creative responses to competition can turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Cash flow is the money left after paying all expenses and loan payments. Positive cash flow means your business is profitable, while negative cash flow signals trouble. Monitor your cash flow regularly, monthly, quarterly, or annually, to ensure you can cover bills and invest in growth. Some vendors expect faster payments than others, so plan accordingly to avoid surprises. Burt's Bees is a great example of small business success. Roxanne Quimby started by selling honey and candles at craft shows, carefully observing customer reactions to improve her products. She focused on a growing niche, natural beauty products, and relied on word of mouth and sampling events instead of traditional advertising. Her passion, willingness to delegate, and commitment to her values helped Burt's Bees grow into a multi-million-dollar brand. The lesson: find your niche, listen to your customers, and stay true to your vision. What does it take to succeed? 5 essentials stand out: a solid business plan, proper market evaluation, quick response to changes, effective delegation, and adequate funding. Mastering these basics gives you a strong foundation to build a thriving business. Stay focused, keep learning, and don't be afraid to adapt as your business grows. Home-based businesses are on the rise thanks to technology and the internet. People like Kat, who started an editing business from home, can now balance work and family more easily. Home-based businesses save employers money on benefits and equipment, and projects can be managed flexibly. If you're considering this path, check your local zoning laws and licensing requirements before getting started. Globalization has opened new doors for small businesses. With a website, even the smallest firm can advertise and sell products worldwide. Many small businesses become part of the supply chains for larger companies, expanding their reach and boosting sales. Staying aware of global trends and opportunities can help your business grow beyond local markets. Even the most successful entrepreneurs can stumble. John Schnatter, founder of Papa John's, built his company on strong beliefs and judgment. But when he became embroiled in controversy, his actions hurt the company's reputation and stock value. The lesson: ethics and self-awareness are as important as business skills. Well-managed companies have systems to plan, evaluate, and control, helping them weather storms and avoid costly mistakes. As you move forward, critical thinking is essential. Ask yourself, what makes a good business plan? What advice would you give a friend with a business idea? How can you manage risks? Discuss these questions with others and reflect on your own answers. The more you think critically about your business, the better prepared you'll be for success. The inspiration for a successful business can strike anywhere. From a waitress at a beekeeper's stand to a teacher tired of getting colds, anyone can become an entrepreneur. But even the best ideas need careful planning, training, and real-world experience. You now know the options for starting a business, the reasons for success and failure, and the importance of financing. Being your own boss is a journey of continuous learning, risk-taking, and hard work. If you're ready, your entrepreneurial adventure awaits. Take time to reflect on your entrepreneurial journey. Journaling about your challenges, ideas, and progress helps you connect what you're learning to real-world experiences. Write about the biggest challenges you face, how you develop business ideas, and ways to evaluate your business's performance. This self-reflection will deepen your understanding and prepare you for future success. Now that you've learned the fundamentals of small business and entrepreneurship, it's time to take action. Start by researching your market, drafting a business plan, and seeking out mentors or networking opportunities. Remember, every successful entrepreneur started with a single step. Stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid to pursue your dreams. The world needs your ideas and energy. Go make your mark.